edition of the CEO Tour. Today, I have Jessica at West End Yoga Studio Lancaster, and I'm super excited to have her as part of the CEO Tour, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing her story. Jessica, tell me about how you got started in yoga and opened up your studio.
9 years ago, I took my first class and was hooked right away. I made my way around Lancaster, Pennsylvania, trying out different studios and fell in love with West End Yoga. West End Yoga opened up in 2013. And I ended up falling in love with the culture here and took my yoga teacher training here. And I have a background and a degree in business. And unfortunately, when COVID hit, I received an email stating that we would be closing. The studio owner could no longer pay someone to manage the studio, and they just had to shut down. So with my background in business and leadership, I also work for another fitness industry here locally, and I just said, I'm gonna buy the studio and not pay myself and see what happens. And I'll give it all I got. And I'm so happy that I did. There were so many people that were very distraught, and we were able to keep it open. It's here a year later. We just had our 1-year party for our reopening, and it's been an incredible journey. It really has.
I'm looking at the background. You have such a beautiful studio space. It's really amazing. Yeah, I love that wall. Is that natural wood or?
It is, and it's actually the Great Yoga Wall. So anybody can do research on the Great Yoga Wall, but those little holes back there will hook for actual slings to come down. And it's a really great tool for folks to use with alignment, if they have spine issues, or if they just want some extra assists in their class.
The last couple of years, I guess, with COVID, it's been super challenging for many businesses out there. How did you get through it? What was your mindset like? What kind of went into that whole getting through that very difficult stage?
Well, I purchased the yoga studio knowing that I wanted to do it from my heart. And immediately, the focus has been on people. So people come to this yoga studio because they feel safe, they feel respected, and they can be themselves. And I wanted to continue that culture. So right away, I immediately increased payment for all of our teachers. I knew that if they were coming into the studio to teach, I needed to support them the best I could. We reached out to all of the students and just kept keeping this a place of love. Another thing that we did is do a lot of local collaboration. So I immediately initiated a project called Poses with Purpose. And once a month, we do a yoga class or a yoga event that supports a nonprofit right here in Lancaster. And we've worked with over 8 nonprofits within the past year, plus local small businesses. And just getting their awareness out there. We're here. We have a food hub around the corner, and we had a yoga class in their actual warehouse, and we're able to make a beautiful donation for them as well. And so everything that we do, we come from a place of just honoring our community, and that's what it's all about. The other thing that I did was I really took a good look at what business tools the yoga studio was utilizing. And I learned very quickly that they were using a very outdated platform for their software, for booking and for merchant processing. I couldn't get the reports that I really craved for my business background, and integrating our virtual classes with Zoom was very labor intensive. So that was the next step, was quickly deciding what needed upgrades to help me. I'm a mother, I work full time, and now I'm managing the studio. To do it smarter, not harder, and to have the tools that I needed, I started shopping and I found WellnessLiving after having multiple sales meetings. And I'll tell you, WellnessLiving has really done a great job of helping us to stay virtual, helping us to connect with our students, and And now we have the reports that we can use to continue to grow.
I love hearing these stories because, I know, as a software company and the platform, like we work so hard every day, and we have like a very large team now, and they're all working super hard just so that customers get to use the software tools and they have the feature set that they need, to successfully run and scale their business. So it's always amazing to hear success stories, and always puts a smile to my face.
It was so cool because when we were setting up the platform, my software, I'm not sure of the title, but the gentleman that helped me transfer all the data, and we're talking over 5,000 students and over 8 years of data into the new software platform. He and I spent about 3 months together talking about how to set it up, going through everything. And honestly, we became friendly and friends. I knew he had a kid at home and he was working virtually. He knew what I was worried about or what great things, because we're communicating. And that first interaction of setting up and intricating all of my business into Wellness Living was amazing. He was able to walk me through the virtual process, and as soon as the Pennsylvania Department of Health closed us down in January is when I made the switch, and it was perfect. I'm so blessed and so lucky to be able to say that during a time that could have been very difficult, very high stress, I was able to say, we're gonna make this something exciting and new. And we're launching virtual classes 100% again and making it 10 times easier for our students to log on. And they have an app. And we have some great email marketing that we can use. So, the relationship that I've built with your team not only helped me feel better, but it was just a pleasure. You know what I mean? At a time when it could have been really difficult.
And just like you with your staff, we value our staff so much. It's one thing to set out to make the customer happy, and what we found is the best way to do that is if you make your staff happy. Subsequently, the clients and the customers will be happy.
Even customer service after any of the support help, it's super cool that I can go to bed one night having sent an email about a student with a financial, question that I can't answer. And the next morning, I'm receiving a call from customer service right away, especially at a time when I'm really valuing and making high priority people's needs financially. They don't know what's going to happen in the future. They're already really working on that. So it definitely shows. And I think that your values align so well with ours that we can't help others to be their best self unless we make sure that we support the people that are doing it. So all of the yoga instructors in this studio, if I can help them be their best selves and give them the space and the environment to really shine and show that we value them, then they're going to do the same for their students.
One of the most important things is to have that positivity and do something great, something positive, and giving back to the businesses themselves, the customers, and really enabling those tools that you have, all those tools necessary so you can be the best instructor that you can be when you're running your class, and you don't have to worry about the software in the back end and all the administrative work and all of that. So.
And Wellness Living has given me the ability to manage my business almost virtually completely. I'm a mother, I have 2 children, I work full time. And with the tools that you guys provide me, I can quickly manage my business from home in the evenings, in the early mornings, even from my cell phone. And that's been invaluable. I'm here and I'm smiling because I can get the work done as I need to, and I'm not, overworked with it. The other cool thing is we also upgraded our entire website. So the website needed a whole overhaul. So the widgets and the customization tools that Wellness Living provided, along with the all the reading that I could find online, helped me to do that almost 100% by myself, which is incredible. So someone that has no training in website design, was able to integrate software with it, and it was really, really awesome.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So going back to the virtual stuff. So what percentage of like, I guess you're utilizing like a hybrid model, like things have opened up for you. You have live in-person classes, but yet you're also utilizing the virtual. So what percentage would you say?
Right now, I would say we're probably about 15% virtual and 85% in person. But there were those times where we were 100% virtual. And the reason that we were able, to keep those loyal students is why we're here now, because of word of mouth. They hung in there. I have students that I email classes to every day. I have students that can't come and they started a new job or they went back to the office from being virtual, that, they're just so grateful they can do that. The studio did lose. We were down to about 10% of revenue for a long time. And we've only, we're still not where we need to be, but we're doing what we can because of the virtual classes, so.
And I think, I think that one of the general themes that we're seeing is, there is some trepidation for clients coming back to in-person classes just because of the pandemic is still kind of looming a little bit. But what we're finding is that people want to come back. And I think that there's going to be a real wave of clients out there that, that are really craving that back to that in-person, class and feeling that energy that you can only get with that live in-person, instructor being there. And super appreciate you as a customer and amazing work that you guys are doing. So if anybody's out in Lancaster and wants to take an amazing yoga class, you know where to go, right? Okay.